more wine.
Yeah.
Don't you have 6 boxes of wine to drink? Shut up, Shay.
Yeah. Thanks for the suggestion.
Okay. You gotta laugh at some of it. Come
Shut
on.
up and
man.
drink.
Let's
You do have to
be
laugh.
real, right? Let's be
I know, it's
real.
hilarious.
For real, for real.
Be for real, for real.
For real, for real.
Janet
is watching us.
Oh, Janet.
Hey, Janice. I'm
Look at
good.
Judy. She's just all like, she's got the word bitch on repeat.
Did you get the piss stains out of your coach yet there, Love Muffin?
No, Kenny was probably there again, so.
Now, I'm just going to say this, guys. We need to, Crystal, you're in here. Keep an eye out for my grandson, please. Because usually when Janet is watch partying, my baby comes in the room.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
I agree with Land of Misfits. LB needs to bring the same heat to David.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be awesome. That I'd be behind.
Yeah, listen. Popcorn and beer for everybody. Let's go.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, I thought it was Caesar Day.
Oh, shoot. I forgot all about that.
I like that idea.
Fucking work. I forgot all about it, guys. I'll have to drink wine. I got enough of that to sink a small ship, so.
You don't tell me that. I'm on my way.
Red is a pastor.
Good
Dude,
girl,
Land
Shay.
before
Good girl.
time, I couldn't open
Coast to
I couldn't
coast.
Open that.
Shut up, Shay.
Hey, you're not allowed to drink. You're an adult. Don't do it. You'll be shamed for it.
Shut up, Shay.
Yeah. How dare you drink?
Shut up, Tanya.
Don't drink with your adult children either, because
Shut
that's
up, Tanya.
I know, right? Because she has small hands.
yeah, yours too. Yeah.
Oh my god! I actually told her about that. I showed her the tiny hands video and stuff. She's fucking laughing.
I need to know all about this. Red is a pastor. What are you talking about?
Red is a pastor.
What's that?
Yeah. Supposedly there's a video. I can't open it though. It's on YouTube's.
Oh,
On YouTube.
Yeah.
God.
You guys not
Red
seen
joined
it?
a cult.
Everybody should go pop because I've only got a half an hour and I've got to take off for a little while.
the Jane of all trades.
But you guys should go pop off and watch it. It's on this Land of Misfit Toys. I thought it was fucking fabulous. Might be the best content I've ever seen.
All right, following.
What is going on
Content.
here? I'm so confused. I know it doesn't take much. It's 8:00 here, man. I just got off work. Like, I'm pooped.
So it is Red clipped saying that most boys that come from single mothers
Oh yes.
end up in jail.
Oh, the coincidence.
I thought the karma in that shit was so
Well,
fabulous.
isn't that the pot calling the kettle black? No pun intended.
That's the Tara White from Kingston.
Wow. I'm just going to leave that in the comments, guys. I don't know what else to say about that one. Shut up, Shay.
Shut up, Shay. You went to find the video.
Yeah, she did. That's what she went. Yeah.
Oh, that's a good video.
Shut up, Shay.
Damn. Holy shit! I might put that on my story. That
I think we all should.
Yeah, I already did. So, you know, I already shared that bitch.
So she must have known
Like, I
it was out
I
there.
don't see one of my videos is on there. I'm like, hey, that one looks familiar.
Oh my goodness.
Anyways, ladies, have a good night. I
You
might
too.
see you later or whatever. I gotta go back to work.
Okay, have a good
Hey,
night.
have a good night.
Bye.
See ya.
LB's watching us?
Aw,
What the
man,
fuck?
girly.
Can you guys like get a fucking
parties are there?
life? Like, can
Gang,
I
gang.
live my life? Holy hell.
Obsession is a real thing. I really should be paid.
Well, who told you that? Oh my God.
Well, I guess it might
Oh,
be in
right.
the
Paid
Janet's side.
entertainment.
Is it in Janet's? She's in Janet's chat crying that I'm in here. Oh, LB coat.
Oh, boo.
Yeah.
I thought they were all about freedom.
Freedom.
Freedom. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, damn it.
LB doesn't let me into her lives to defend myself, so why would she be crying about that?
No, she's all about the block and
We're all blocked.
block and talk.
Have a
Block
fucking
and
2
talk.
days worth of lives about me, but don't let me in to defend myself. Cool story, LB.
Yeah. Freedom. It's ridiculous.
You can't even write this shit up. Like, this is fucked up.
Well, the thing is, Red's been trying to explain something about being a pastor off for the last couple of days, and I'm thinking, what's she fucking on about? And then there it is.
I haven't listened, so that's interesting. I don't try not to listen to her.
Well, I'm sure LB likes that take, though, because
I don't really see her as that kind of saint.
No.
Unless you call her Saint Lucifer.
fuck.
Hey,
Shut up, Shay.
shut up, shit.
Shut up, Shay.
Oh, I need another
I need a little drum beat after that.
Oh, the land of misfit is telling us all the tea. You want some sugar and milk with that?
Story time.
Hulk didn't approve.
No, I wonder why.
Like Misfit Toys is reading us stories like she did for Dosis the other night. Fucking use that shit against me. Or to be like, oh, what did you do after Shay read me my bedtime story? Like, grow up, Dosis.
Oh, jeez.
Apparently she can't go to sleep without me.
The internet's forever.
Stupidity behind it.
It's getting weird.
Well, my strawberry plant's starting to bloom. Nice.
I think I should rewrite that story for her.
Yeah.
They like to rewrite.
I love you forever.
Yeah.
My little gang ho, you be.
Oh, gang, gang.
Gang,
Gang gang.
Gang, gang. We shouldn't say that, though, because next thing you know, LB will be saying we joined, like, the Crips or some shit.
No, I'm going to go through that whole story and rewrite it. And it's going to be custom. Custom
Yeah,
for
we're the
doses.
chain gang. We're just the chain gang.
Oh, my God.
Put something in there about muling keys and Herbie. Yeah.
Stop,
And her
Shay.
prison wallet.
You're making it worse, Shay. Shut up, Shay. Fuck. Fuck.
I think it would be very entertaining.
Right?
You guys realize that the more that you talk, the more they're just gonna fucking.
Oh, you can't laugh. Jesus, Jesus, don't
No,
laugh. Don't anybody laugh.
Oh, it's
Nobody laugh.
Are they watching?
Yeah.
I wish I could get to my friends list right now because I'd fucking block Janet because she was on my friends list.
I'd get rid of her. I don't know why you keep any of those people on your list, Samantha. Get rid of them.
Account and
They're just fucking shit disturbers.
let them block.
Toxic out.
Yeah, fuck.
Yeah, man.
Have you guys seen Roadrunners post? That was awesome.
No, I didn't see it.
I put it as my story.
What is it?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Tell us.
Yes, he did. He's absolutely
David
did.
Ryan said
I
extremely.
can't get it. I'll have to go. I have to screenshot it.
David Ryan said extremely racist threats to Spotted. Who is David Ryan? Is that the fucking pervert in our outfit?
Yeah.
And what is that his last name?
Yeah.
Perfect.
David Ryan.
I can't wait till somebody doxes Karen Rage in my chat. I'm waiting for that one.
Yeah.
Hello, Sammy.
Hello, I'm coming to you from no ice anymore. However, we are under a weather advisory again, so I might not be here long. But I was just going to say that one of the first things that came across my FYP today was a recording of David and the horrible stuff that he said to Spotted. And even after everything that Spotted did to me, the first thing I couldn't even watch all of it. I couldn't
Right.
even listen to everything he was saying to her. And I made a video imploring him to go seek counseling from his congregation because he has clearly lost his way and nobody taught him how important the golden rule is. Because, like, if I can come out, given everything Spotted has done to me, and say that's not fucking okay, what you are doing is far worse than the shit she does, there's a fucking problem.
Yeah.
I was trying to draw attention to that, but Spotted was going, oh no, I told Moses, I promised Dosis I won't be mean to David anymore. I promised Dosis, I promise. So fucking weird.
I just find it like, I don't agree with what Before Sun said to Spotted. I don't agree with it at all. I don't agree with the things Spotted said to Before Sun either. But if you're going to hold that kind of energy for what Before Sun said, where is the energy for the things that David said to Spotted, which were just as deplorable?
Agreed. Agreed, right? And the reality is that Before Sun and Spotted have their own thing, and they had like they had some sort of interactions before with things, right?
Yeah.
And so their stuff goes back and forth, and there's a difference in the tone, even like the way he starts talking about her, and the tone of his voice when he talks about Spotted.
It's really angry.
It is a level of disdain I have heard before from AMABs. And there's never an AMAB that's a decent human that uses that tone about an AFAB. I've never in my life met an AMAB who will talk like that in that tone. It's not even the words. It's the tone of voice. It's the cadence. It's everything about the way he said what he was saying. Like, that is a fucking problem. And I hope he's watching. I really hope you go speak with your congregation. You go speak with your priest, your pastor, whoever it is, whatever it is. You need some guidance. You have fallen. You have strayed. You have strayed from the path, sir. Like, that is fucking clear. I don't care what. There is no congregation. No one would be okay with the shit you're saying. And they would offer you support. You should go get it. This is some bullshit.
Yeah.
Yep.
Agreed.
Yeah.
And if LB was trying to help the situation at all, she'd be looking at what's really going on. Not trying to fucking...
She tries to inflame things, right?
That's the drama.
Yeah. Yeah.
She thrives, and she has for years, just thrives off that drama.
And the more, that we laugh or carry on, or the worse it gets. Like, they just can't, shit doesn't got to be that serious if we just don't let it be that serious.
Yeah.
But some of the things that people say are serious. Example, what David said to Spotted, nobody really said a word to him when he said it. Even the other night, Danielle was saying that she understands why David's upset.
Yeah, she did, yeah.
All of that kind of stuff. Well, how can you sit there and say you understand what David said and why he feels the way he does, but then sit there and have this live with the outrage against Before Sun? I mean, it just kind of, there should be equal outrage, right?
Well, yeah, but we know that's not.
Just to say hi, everybody, and
Hi.
Hi,
be
Minnow.
like Minnow. Be nice. Okay, I gotta go. We're at a restaurant.
Wait, Stay safe.
Always. Oh, I'm drinking beer. Oh, wait, I shouldn't have said that. Forget I said that, Samantha. I'm drinking ginger ale.
Okay, goodbye.
Yeah, I'm going to get more
Bye.
stuff.
Have fun, guys.
Anyways, yeah.
Like, I think it's really at the point now. It gets really. It gets hard to know when to draw the line between disengaging and trying not to be, which is what I've been doing for the last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Trying to disengage, move away from the unnecessary explosive bullshit that keeps coming around our algorithm. But at the same time, when things like this happen, it feels wrong not to say something.
It
Like,
does.
it feels wrong not to be like, whoa, what the fuck, man? Like, this woman doxed me. This woman put my safety in fucking jeopardy. Like, has done some nasty ass shit to me, and I wouldn't even consider any of the stuff that he said to her. No, I refused to call the cops on her.
Yeah, you
Refused.
did.
I was advised by a lot of people to call the police on her. Fucking refused.
I will, Sal, be the first one to admit it. I was begging you to do it.
My boss was like, a lot of people were.
Because, saying that you're putting masked men outside of somebody's home is like fucking gross. And Sam.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's gross.
It's
You're a
wholeheartedly horrible.
You're a single
It's-
parent. Like,
Yep.
I mean, that's not right.
Yeah, exactly. And yet I was able to manage the situation without vitriol being spewed at her.
Yeah.
Because that doesn't fucking help. Like, it doesn't fucking help, especially the kind of stuff that he was talking about. Like, the way he was weaponizing her identity and just being, like, I just can't even. Like, I couldn't even listen to all of it, like I said, because it was so bad. It was so fucking bad. Like, and he just gets away with it all the time. But the thing is if you pay attention to the pattern of David, he has been testing systematically for a while. He gets away with everything. Everything. He gets called out for the shit he says. Only a certain number of us call him out, and then everyone else coddles him, and then people forget about it, and he goes away, and it's fine. He keeps upping the ante. Because people keep welcoming him back. People keep talking about him. He's around. He's oscillating. Like, it's so, like, how do we separate the algorithm from the people that, like David, who have no interest in moving forward in a good way, in any way, shape, or form, from the people that do? And I think there's a lot of people in our algorithm that actually do have an interest in trying to move forward in a good way. I think a lot of us are stuck in a fucking toxic spiral that we don't know how to get out of.
Very true.
Right? Like, I'm a firm believer that the majority of the people that we interact with on this algorithm that seem like crazy lunatics are actually just stuck in a fucking toxic spiral we're all stuck in. Yeah. And we're having a hard time. And some of us, and like people are pulling out, right? But it's like, how do you figure out how to separate that? Like, it's a community building exercise, actually, is what it is. But like, it's just like, I don't know. I'm kind of rambling right now, but like, these are just my thoughts. I'm going to shut up for a second now.
Your thoughts make a lot of sense, Sammy.
All right, I need to go eat my supper. So I will see you guys later. Shay, shut up.
Yeah, it's okay.
I'll try.
I'm gonna get ready anyways.
Are you ending it, Samantha? I hope you're feeling.
Not
I'm
yet.
sorry I didn't get to check in earlier, but like, that is some fucked up shit. I have been the target of really fucked up shit said about my family for a long time on this algorithm, so I can empathize with how the rage and the gross and all of it. So I'm really sorry that has been your day the last couple of days. I have been in an ice storm, unable to do anything, but I just want you to know that that sucks, and that's not okay.
Yeah, it's not. It's stupid, but it is what it is. I can handle this fucking shit.
Not just because you can doesn't mean you should have to.
I know.
Right?
I'm not focused.
So I just want you to know that.
I'm trying to get ready to go out to a couple
Okay.
places, to go shopping, but I'm going to stay live till 7:30.
All right. Well, the shopping is sparse in my area because half of the city still has no power, and the other half of the city has power.
Power, like what the fuck is going on in here? We're threatening to take other people's power.
Well, it's because, so here's what happened. So we had an ice storm, right? Anybody, well, Samantha, you're old enough. Do you remember the ice storm in Quebec in 1998?
Yep.
Okay, so that's what Peterborough looked like.
I remember the ice storm in Alberta and Red Deer in 1986 too that took us over.
Well, I don't remember that one, but the 98 one I remember, and Peterborough looked worse actually than Montreal did in 98. So what happened is we had like freezing rain for like 2 days, and there was 3 transformers that had so much ice accumulated on them that they snapped off the fucking posts.
Yeah.
and fell to the ground, and then a couple exploded.
Okay.
So the crews the hydro crews, there's crews from like Ottawa and stuff, they've been working nonstop for like the last 3 days trying to get power back.
Hopefully they get it up soon for you guys.
So
I was out too of power for at least 24 hours.
well,
I
my
didn't
building
get
just
any
got
of
power
the
back last
storm.
night.
I didn't get any of the storm down here in southwestern Ontario. I guess you guys are living in the wrong part of the country again. No, I'm victim.
Well, right?
I'm
I know. Well,
blaming you for the weather. Just let me do that.
okay, that's fine. I'll take it. Like 2 years ago when we had that crazy windstorm, the Derico, I forget what you call it, but it's like a weird, really intense windstorm, almost like a tornado, but not. We had that happen, come through Peterborough, and it knocked out our power for like 5 days. And my parents' end of town was the town that still had some power, but this time it was Lansdowne that had power, not my parents' end. So it's like one chunk of Peterborough stays okay, and then the rest of it is in the dark.
Wow. Well, hopefully they get it fixed soon, Sammy.
Yeah, I know, Elder. We're under another advisory right now. We're under an advisory right now for freezing rain tonight, freezing rain and snow.
Where are you
Jeez,
talking about at?
Maple liquor. That's Elder.
Oh God, I haven't even been looking at the chat. I'll have to catch up in a second.
But yeah, no, we're under another extreme weather advisory starting at like 6 o'clock tonight. It looks like we might. I'm not saying anything out loud. Anyway, we're under a weather advisory for the next 48 hours of freezing rain, more freezing rain and snow. And our city is still in a state of emergency, and the whole city still doesn't have, like, the schools are closed down. All the elementary schools and high schools have been closed all week. The college universities have been closed. So we might have another issue coming up in the next 48 hours, but I'm going to cross everything that it doesn't happen. So everybody cross their digits for me, okay?
Okay. Got it.
Little bit.
Oh, I'm prepared, Elder. I got all my shit charging. I got all my things charging. I got, like, prepared food I can eat. Oh, yeah, no, I'm more prepared this time than I was last time. My car has a full fucking tank of gas. We're good.
Nice. You should watch Ice Age.
Well, I was at my parents' place because my parents are on a well and a septic. So no power means no toilets, right? So my dad has a generator, but my dad's extra prepared all the time. He's got like 4 generators.
Nice.
So we were staying there for a couple of days. But we had to so we had the TV hooked up to the generator, and like we would alternate the fridge, and then had the sump pump hooked up to a generator, and then the sump pump broke.
Oh
So I had to
no.
help my dad. Yeah. And then I helped my dad fucking fix the sump pump yesterday. And I've been lugging water jugs from the pool, from the water on top of the tarp. I've been like filling up kitty litter jugs with water to bring it into the house so we can fill the reservoir to flush the toilet. So logged like 16 fucking jugs across the yard today so I could fill up my parents' things because I'm not there right now so that they can have. It's like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, they probably want
Like-
you back.
Well, I'm like, just don't take your power for granted. Don't take power for granted. Don't take a flushing toilet for granted.
I think we
like
all do, honestly. Like
we do.
some of those emergencies, like wow.
We do.
Like he was like,
And my agency that I'm on the board of has no power. Hasn't had power for 3 days. And we provide like the overflow for people who have nowhere to fucking live to sleep at night. And so that's been running for 3 days without power. So I went and got like 22 pizzas yesterday from Little Caesars and Crazy Bread and like 5 cases of pop and a couple of Take 12s of coffee to bring because they can't give them anything. Like, could you imagine? Like, you are outside, you have nowhere to live. It is raining. It is icy. Everywhere is closed. Salvation Army breakfast hasn't been going on. No one is around to help you out.
yeah, the homeless people. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
All of the services have been shut down. There's nobody walking around you can even ask for change or help or anything. Like, it is like, Yeah, no, and like where we have our like where the hardest to serve people go, like our most minimum barrier area, that one, it has no fucking power. Hasn't had power for 3 days.
That's terrifying.
So literally the least I could do was to bring them some. Cause I'm like, someone needs some fucking pick me ups. Because wow, those are some champ staff. I tell you.
The place is open for them to have shelter from it, though, right?
Well, there's the warming centers. There's a couple of warming centers, but the problem is when the whole city is out of power, that means everybody goes to those warming centers, which means the people that are outside feel less welcome at any of those warming centers because they aren't technically, quote unquote, for them, if you know what I mean. Like,
yeah,
it's hard for people to operate in those congregate settings when they're around people who are in similar positions as them, let alone being in a congregate setting like that with other people that are normally housed, right? Mm-hmm. Who are, it's very different.
Yeah.
It's very different, right? Like it's a whole different, yeah, it's different. So they could, but I don't think many of them did. You also would have had to know they were there. So you would have had to have access to like the internet or something to find out they were there, or a radio or something, right? Yeah. You'd also have to get there because they weren't downtown. They were like at the arenas and stuff. So yeah, like the city's in a fucking state of emergency. Well, you know what, Elder? I was thinking today, actually. I have a little voice note in my thing. Like, it gets me thinking. I'm like, it's so interesting, right? How when the housed community loses access to power and internet and all the quote-unquote comforts of home, right, through quote-unquote no fault of their own, all of a sudden, it's a state of emergency. All of a sudden, people need places to go. All of a sudden, it's understood that people should have their stuff charged, they should have access to things, yada, yada, yada. But for people who constantly live in a state of emergency, meaning people who are unhoused, they are perpetually in a state of emergency. They have no access to any of that stuff on a regular basis at all. Ever. Right? And they are relying on literally the kindness of strangers, the access to services, being able to follow the rules of services, because not everybody can, let's be real, right? Like, so yeah, my brain was really going with that today. I'm like, it's fucking interesting, eh? How, like, when we housed people get put in a situation that people who are unhoused exist in all the time, all of a sudden, right?
Yeah,
they need to
crisis, and it's yeah,
and they put all their effort into fixing it and da 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 da, right? Like it's like so yeah.
Yeah, different.
Same with Cardi. Yeah, well, it's like so Cardi's thing about like housing and blah 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 is gonna increase all this building homes you're gonna be able to afford, right? I have people here. He's trying this thing. He's trying Adam Smith, but with housing. So you guys are familiar with trickle down economics, right? That stupid notion that somehow the rich people will throw their crumbs to the poor people and it'll be okay. That's essentially what he's trying to do with housing, because he's just further commodifying and financializing housing, and the people who can afford it are still the same people who can afford it now that could afford it then, which means all the people who can't afford it now still won't be able to afford it. And he's relying on some sort of trickle down housing effect. It ain't gonna work. Because people, when they get assets, they don't give them away. So.
Here I am. Whoops, I left a cigarette burning in the ashtray. I look kind of cute. I feel kind of cute.
Oh, Cindy's here to call me a racist.
Who's in the request box? Maple liquor. Who's making liquor? And Cindy be feisty. What's she doing here?
Hello, Cindy.
What do you mean I gotta send you 5 coins or whatever to get into your live stream? What the fuck is that shit?
What?
You should have to pay double.
No, I've never been able to set that up. I don't even know how to do that. It was like you sent. It was like I requested. And like, no, you can't. You can request, I guess, because it stayed in there. But they're like, send 5 coins to request. I'm like, no, no, I'm not gonna do that. And then I saw that it was sitting in there, so I'm like, let me in. I'm still here. Fucking let me in. But Sammy and I were talking, and we're not talking about anything fucking shitty. I do want to discuss this because it's not that it's coming into my point of view, But what I'm seeing is the same sort of thing that I talk about, like with the convoy and that sort of thing, where it's like, I don't think people really care about situations until it impacts them directly. And like I said, over 500,000 people, that's less than 1% of the Canadian population. But it's a large percent in Ontario. When you look at the Ontario population, I don't know what it's like. There's a lot of people, over 500,000 people out of power. Right now, still, there are individuals who don't have their power scheduled to be back on until Thursday evening. And we're looking at another storm happening tonight over the next couple days. Bro, we're dealing with a situation where a lot of people were not prepared, and the gas stations are running out of gas. You can't even, the people that were prepared aren't even going to be, they're going to be in the same situation. And people are just doubling down, being like, oh, it's so bad, it's so shitty. Bro, it's been 1 degree. It went down to -1 last night, and it's going to be -1 tonight, down to like -5 or so, depending on where you are. Depending on where you are, it's been under 0 degrees. But a large population has been over negative. All my thoughts is like, how can you sit here and complain, being prepared even in a residence that doesn't have the wind coming on you? There are so many things that you should be
Who was
grateful for.
complaining? I'm just going to mute you for a sec. I was getting ready. I'm about to end my life, but who's complaining?
We're not
Oh
complaining.
no, he's
We're
not. Oh no,
complaining.
no, he's just trying to illustrate that like there are people that kind of are
Us
privileged
normal
and
people
don't
are complaining.
We're
We all are
privileged,
complaining.
right?
Anyone who is
Yeah.
going through this shit is complaining. I'm complaining.
Well, when you're out of power.
Sure, I'm complaining too. Like, I'm cold as fuck. I'm complaining. But
Yeah,
like
exactly.
the thing is, like, it isn't that. Like, I'm cold as fuck, but it's not even negatives. It's not even in the negatives, and I still have a house that is shielding me from the warmth or from the cold. I'm talking about how individuals here in Canada have gone through. If you're here and you were here before winter started, and you've been, whatever you want to say, you're houseless, unhoused, you're homeless, you're out there in the wilderness, you're doing your own thing. If you've been able to do that, that's a feat in its own that I don't think a lot of people recognized, but I do think is putting into the forefront of the conversation now, because this is, like Sammy was saying, I know you weren't here earlier, Samantha, but Sammy was saying this is a pretty big tragedy. It seems like a pretty big, like, oh, we're all feeling affected. Yeah, I think Ontario is being, like, really hardly affected. It's being affected by this, but what they're being affected by is showing them that, like, this is what people go through each and every fucking day. Hopefully it sinks in that you don't get the choice. Maybe now you get to go back to your warm house. Not everyone does.
Yeah, no, I agree with the elder. And I mean, I agree with that, the notion that if anyone, typically the reason you get people to care about something they didn't care about before is when it gets close to home, right? Like when it starts to impact them in some way, shape, or form. But there's like a window of opportunity there that got to try to jump on with people when they are still in that moment of like being
Sure,
grateful
I
and
understand that. I'm not trying
understanding.
to cut you off, right? I understand like your activism point of view, like get them involved. But like what I say, like what my feeling here, just so that I know that we're on the same point, is like everybody says, and if you, the best way to like bring it into like the average person's point of view is like you're 2 checks away, like 2 checks away from being homeless, or like you're like 2 months away from
Yeah,
being homeless, or
there's-
whatever. Like,
you know-
and that really is in perspective when out of nowhere you don't have the choice. You are essentially homeless, but you still have a home. And
Yes.
think about how bad everyone's life just was for 3 days.
Yep.
Cry me
Yep.
fucking river.
Well, you know what I used to have to do talks a lot when I used to do outreach and stuff. And one of the quotes I used to get quoted a lot saying was, there is no vaccination for homelessness. There's no way for anybody to ensure throughout the course of their lifespan that they won't end up homeless at some way, shape, at some point. It's just most people don't understand that, right? And I find the people that the people that actually understand that are the ones that are way more likely to help out, understand, be empathetic. You know what I mean? Like do the things that we need to do to try to fucking make sure people are taken care of. But it's people have this notion that somehow they can do things to evade being homeless, and like. There's no way you can ever guarantee that. No way. Because you need a job to pay your bills, to keep your house, and there's no way you can ever guarantee you won't get fired or lose your job for some reason. It's just not
Why
feasible.
I think this, like, we can call it a tragedy. Why I think this situation that we just went through puts that in perspective for people is because they didn't choose it. They couldn't do anything about it. It just happened overnight. Literally overnight. Now you're fucked. You can't do anything. And guess what? For the next foreseeable future, nobody knew. Like the Hydro one
Yeah.
was like, I don't know. For everybody, I don't know where you're calling in from, but we don't know. Listen, we're assessing shit. It's fucked everywhere. You're not fucked. They're not fucked. Everybody is fucked. We're all fucked.
Yeah, well, we had the hydro guys come. I was at my parents' place because they have a generator and stuff, right? So I was there, and the hydro guys showed up, and they were talking to my dad. And at that point, this was Sunday, and at that point, they said like 5 days, and they told my dad that that this is worse. It was worse here than the Montreal ice storm of '98. Like that the damage was worse. Like this was, and Peterborough was ground zero for this fucking storm, apparently. So
I live in the country, right? Like I live in the middle of nowhere. And what people don't think about is the fact that I drive. I looked around, like after this happened, right?
Yeah.
Like I'm one of the people that are out here. I have a truck. I went and pulled like trees that are falling off onto the road. Like you couldn't get into town from here during that night. There was no way. But regardless of that, when you look at where the power lines go, they go through the forest. If there's something that's down in there, they need to get in there. I don't know how you're going to get in there, bro. I don't know what vehicle you're going to take to get back there.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Okay. Well,
okay. Bye, Samantha.
Bye. See you guys in about
Bye.
an hour or so. Bye. An hour or so. Bye.
Back it up. I'm on a new wave, on a new vibe. It's too tight. Kind of man outside. Fast stay on the road. To stand up, girl. Chill, Tanner. Yo, Bella, what's good? We've been cooking all night, bro. We may have some heat. Should we go through some of the heat that y'all missed? All right, so we did. Let's go through some of the heat we made tonight. Let's go through some of the heat we made tonight. All right. Give me a sec here while I put a steak on the bowl, B. I'll put the steak on the bowl, B. All right, give me a sec here. Here we go. Wait. Give me, what the fuck is this? Oh, here we go. Nope, not right. There we go. All right, I'm gonna take it from what we did today. This is what we did today. All right, let's go. What we did today. Got my act right. No, hold on. Bro, your voice is crazy. Thank you so much. Shawty be looking hella 1859 fine wine. Shawty be looking hella good all the time. I mean, like for real, all the time. I speak no cap, I don't need much, wear no hat. Wanna beat it up like hold me back. My homies like, where Brody at? I want you, they think you hacked my Zodiac. Ah! It's a killer on the loose, better watch out. I be turning heads every time that I pop out. Sticky like a polyester sweater when it's hot out. Icky baby, the flow nasty like Donna. Rhea, I just wanna ball like Eric Dampier. They wonder